Thomas the Tank Engine and Friend, Take and Play Adventure, Episode 11, Trouble for Percy. That night, Percy wouldn't be a nuisance to the other engine. All the other engines were laughing at Percy. Percy said that, "I'm tired of pulling the freight cars every day," said Percy. And Percy kept all the other engines awake. That night, Emily puffed back her shed. She felt kind of bad for Percy. And Duck, too. Duck and Emily were smiling at Percy because they felt bad for Percy. The three engine, Emily, Percy, and Duck smiled together. The next morning, Percy and Duck, driver and fireman, offered them for a ride. This driver said, "Would you like shunt freight cars today, pull them?" said Percy's driver. "Oh yes," said Percy. And then Percy raced off. Duck smiled at Percy, nor all the engine didn't smile at Percy, including Thomas and Toby, and Emily and Edward. Percy was shunting freight cars to get ready for her train to be pulled. She wanted to pull freight trains. After that, Percy coupled up with the freight train he was ready to pull. The conductor said, "Are you ready, Percy?" Percy said, "Yes, I'm ready." Then they all puffed up. And then Percy, he was pulling all the freight train. He passed through Spencer while Spencer was asleep. Percy was puffing. He was puffing, and then the trucks decided to play tricks. "Let's play tricks on Percy. Let's play tricks on Percy. On. And then while Percy went through the station, he stopped. Percy was cross. "What is going on today?" said Percy. "Those freight trains were good, and then they all of a sudden stopped." Hissed Percy. They pushed Percy. "Quick." "Oh no," cried Percy. "They're playing tricks on me." "Let's play tricks on Percy," said the truck. On. Then there was trouble. As the trucks pushed Percy very fast, he couldn't stop. It was Mavis. She was about to go on the signalman switch, and then the signalman switch, and Percy cut Mavis off. Mavis was cross, but she wasn't worried about it. Then, while Spencer was still sleeping, Percy woke Spencer up. Spencer had his eyes open. He was scared. There. Spencer was surprised. He said, "Thunder, what was that?" cried Spencer. Percy, he was puffing really too fast. Then there was trouble. There was a buffer. He saw the buffer ahead. He put on his brake and he stopped. Percy was in misery. Percy stopped. He opened his eyes and said, "Whew, I stopped, finally." Then there was trouble. When Winston arrived on with Sir Topham Hatt said to Percy that, "Well, Percy, I saw what you were doing today. You were shunting freight cars and wouldn't stop, and woke Spencer up and cut off Mavis to go to quarry. Well, Percy, you went too far," said Sir Topham Hatt. "You caused confusion and delay." Percy said, "Yes, sir, I'm sorry," said Percy. "I'm truly sorry," said Percy. Sir Topham Hatt wished away with Winston. Percy was upset. He was promised that he will never do it again. Then suddenly, Percy puffed back. His driver said, "Maybe let's not do it again." Percy promised that he will promise Sir Topham Hatt that he will never do it again.